Take a look around and what do you see? Many materials for creativity. Now you're in the zone, ready to hone your skills in the art zone, the zone. Don't be part of the throwaway crowd. Please reuse for crying out loud. Look at that stuff. Now what do you see? Awesome art or something crafty. What can I make? How long will it take? Now you're in the art zone, the art zone, the zone, the zone, the zone. Art zone, art zone, art zone, art zone, art zone.
Hello everyone, this is The Zone, the Art Zone. I'm Bronson and today we're going to create some very remarkable arts and crafts. We will only use materials found around the house and the natural world. You will be amazed how easy it is to create with things you usually throw out. Today we are going to hook up with Kimmy, be artistic, creative, and resourceful. I'm going to show you how to collect materials, build a house, and some wonderful guests are going to drop by. Let's get into the zone. Do you have a lot of newspapers? Or do you deliver newspapers? Or even buy newspapers? Well, I know one thing you can use them for is make some paper. With the old ones, of course.
You need a couple of bins and some shredded newspapers and some water. Bronson, can you pass me that water? You put the water in there. And you're going to basically just wash them. Oh, wash your newspapers up. We let ours sit overnight, and that's what happens to it.
This stuff is really gooey. You gotta let it sit overnight, and then all you have to do is just stir it up.
And it turns into pulp. And that pulp is going to be turned back into paper. All right, Bronson, let's do it.
Okay.
Now you just submerge your frame, which we've made just out of 4 sticks and some cheesecloth. This has to be out of there. And basically what you're going to do, you don't want to get too much in there, that's for sure.
You just gotta nicely level it all out.
And usually all you have to do is shake the screen.
And if you don't have a screen, you can just use material. Shake that off. Make sure there's no water left.
And you come over to your material, you place it down,
Gotta be
and
quick
you
about
flip
this.
it over. Yeah!
And remember to put newspaper underneath wherever you're working.
Now, the tricky part is picking up this frame without picking up your pulp. Give it a few magic knocks. One quick tap should do it. Oh, it's coming.
It's coming along.
Yeah. There we go. There it is.
Paper's a little bit deformed.
You know what we can do? Let's make a small piece.
Small piece of paper.
Yeah.
And remember, the bigger screen you have, the bigger piece of paper you want.
So there you have that, right? Then you go like this.
Just leave your
And get a rolling pin or
something round with a little bit of weight to it. And you don't have to use newspaper. You can get a bunch of flowers and crush them up with a little bit of newspaper. Try to use recycled paper.
you roll and you roll and you press out all the extra moisture. That should do it. Now you take your paper out. You flip it someplace so it'll dry nicely.
Like a pancake.
Just
Oh,
like a pancake. There's a little tiny piece of paper for you.
Odds on. Odds on. Odds on. Odds on.
I wanted to show you some other papers
this is some more homemade paper.
made out of brown paper bags. But I'll tell you, you have to let that soak for a few days and then whip it like that with the whisk. There's that brown paper. Here's a beautiful big piece of handmade paper.
Looks like they had something else mixed in there.
I know. There's little bits of something. And here's a paper that's similar to what we're making.
I like this one a lot. Looks like they got some kind of flowers or something.
Yeah, and look at that. They put sparkles in it. Very nice.
Yeah. How about, oh, that.
Yeah, this is a good one. And this is out of like white paper, recycled white paper. Instead of putting it in the bin, they made some paper.
And they just put some dandelions and some grass in there.
Little tiny bits of grass. And this one is one of my faves.
Little copper pieces are in there. Some normal recycled white paper and little copper pieces. Why don't we make a bigger one and try to make a bigger one than this one?
Let's. All right. Get our towel in place. Not too much.
Not too much.
And then give it a shake.
Some more in there. Remember to level it out. Shaking it around.
Do you think this wet towel will be okay?
Let's try this one.
Let's try the new one, okay. Okay, now let's flip. Yeah, give it a real nice bang.
And that's how you make homemade paper here in the Art Zone. I'm just rolling up to Sonny's house right now. Sonny has a pretty nice house, man. I've been there before. He has lots of paintings, all sorts of stuff. Oh, top floor. Be there in just a couple seconds. And we're here.
Hey, Bronson, what are you doing
Hey,
here?
what's up, Sonny?
Oh, you know, just keeping it real.
Just came to check out your transformer drawer.
Oh, yeah, it's just over here. Come take a look. You looking for anything in particular?
No, nothing.
No? Well, this is my apartment.
Hey, this is a nice paddle.
Oh, thanks. My cousin made that one. The drawer's over here. There it is.
This drawer?
You bet.
Let's take a look.
There you go. This is full of your average transformer stuff. Got a medicine pouch, some cards, snake pen, pens and pencils, some rope, a wrestler guy, odds and ends. Got some buttons there.
Some buttons.
Yeah.
Buttons are always good.
Yeah, that's what my grandma always used to say.
So, I could probably use these for, I don't know, a little toy car for the playhouse.
Oh, yeah?
Eyes for a puppet. Who knows, man? The possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
You think I can take these?
Sure, I don't see why not. Yeah, go ahead and take them. I don't use them anymore. Can't sew, right? So.
Tell, you must have went through a lot of shirts.
Yeah, I did. There you go.
Thanks, Sonny. I'm going to take these beads and buttons back to the Art Zone.
You're welcome.
We're going to take them back, and we're going to make them into something new. This house is completely done. Everything is made from recycled materials found around the house. You can make one too.
Every time we get together, we'll make something new for our house.
Are you with us? Then let's get started. Our house is almost finished here in the home zone. All we have to do is put up our windows with some window boxes, and our patio needs some fence and some beams in the attic.
You're going to need tissue paper, some wire, brown paper, a little box, styrofoam, some strips of cardboard. We've already got our window done, but we'll show you how. Some more cardboard, scissors, glue, felts, and maybe a bit of tape.
Okay, then why don't we get started?
Okay. How about if I make the flower box?
I'm gonna start wooditizing our railings. And for the wood, I'm just doing some long lines back and forth, and back and forth, and just do little knots here and there.
Nice looking wood, Bronson.
Thank you.
I'm working on the flower box, covering it with the brown paper, and then maybe, Bronson, you can wooditize my flower box too.
Sure.
And since we are only putting the one window up by the patio, you can put as many windows and as many window boxes on your house at the back if you want to. It's up to you. You could work on your playhouse for years if you wanted. And the cutest thing about styrofoam is put it in any container, and then you can just poke things in there and it'll stand straight up. For my flowers, I've got some old wrapping paper, and it actually has roses on it. And all I do is make a little fan, and if you have a twist tie, you use a twist tie, but we're lucky we have little tiny bits of fuzzy wire.
Pipe cleaner.
You make a little fan, and then you twist tie right around the middle of it, and then you expand your fan like this to make some nice, great big flowers like that. Add a little dab of glue here and here. Tilt it. Here's one little guy ready to go. Same thing for the rest of your flowers. And of course you can use any color tissue you want, or wrapping paper. Wooditize this little guy.
Get right on it.
Bronson, we have to have that railing up on our patio. What if somebody falls off it? Goodness, an action figure could do a nosedive.
I mean, no, that wouldn't be funny at all.
No. Now here's our window. All we did was we added a bit of white paper at the back, or white cardboard, then some cellophane, yellow cellophane for our window, and then just cardboard. Glued the smithereens out of it.
I'm just gonna wooditize this window too.
Thank you. And this definitely needs some green. And aren't these fabulous flowers? You never have to water them. We've added our patio fence to our area here, our deck. You can see we've wooditized all the bits of cardboard, and we're just gonna put in our last patio light. Bronson?
Just gonna hold this for a couple seconds and it'll be done. And there's our patio deck.
You can see the attic beams right here. We've already wooditized them. They're just bits of cardboard. We're going to have to cut some of them at an angle to fit in the attic. And then our window, our pretend stained glass window in the top, right in the middle.
beams are in the attic and our house is completely finished.
You can make a house for someone special or for a special occasion.
We had fun making our house and I hope you do too.
It's ready for someone to move in.
And that's our house made here in the home zone. We all have special occasions and events in our lives where gifts are given and received. Here at the Earth Table, we will honor those gifts by reusing the packaging, the gift wrapping, and even the cards. My little cousin's getting a new bustle. He's only 4 and he already outgrew his old bustle. His baby bustle was so cute. In the middle of the feathers, there was a little yellow ducky. When he just started walking, we took him to the powwow and he wanted to dance. So Auntie made him a baby bustle. And now he's outgrown it, so he's getting a bigger one. We had a small family gathering to honor him. He got a few gifts to encourage him, to keep him dancing proud. I'm going to save all this stuff so we can keep making more crafts. You never know when it will come in handy.
Hey, could you do that again so I can see how it's done? Take a look again.
We're going to take a look again at how to make paper.
You will need newspaper, water, a whisk, a frame with a screen, a rolling pin, and time.
Tear the newspaper into bits.
Soak the bits in a tub that fits your screen and soak them overnight.
Whisk the paper until it turns into pulp. Place the frame into the tub of pulp.
Submerge the frame and swish around.
Have your paper and cloth ready.
Tip your frame over onto the material and transfer your pulp.
A firm tap will loosen the pulp from the frame. Get your rolling pin or a round jar.
Roll the excess water out.
Let the pulp dry.
Petal paper. No problem, just add petals to your gooey pulp.
Cedar bits can be added too.
You now have paper for every art project.
Art zone, art zone.
Go on a mission.
Art zone.
Go on a mission.
Another day, another dollar. Another day at the office. Well, okay, so maybe I don't know about that yet, but I'm a future tycoon. I plan on having a big fancy office full of video games and snacks, and a basketball net in the corner. My Aunt Jill works in an office, and she saved me all the office supply boxes. Her office isn't as fun as mine will be, but now we can make all sorts of crafts with these. What do you think we can make with this little box? Maybe something for the playhouse. My Aunt Jill was the one who started recycling at her office. It takes one person to make some serious changes. Look at all this stuff. I better get busy creating. And if I can't reuse it, I'll recycle it. What about you?
Hey, could you do that again so I can see how it's done? Take a look again.
Today we will take a look again at how to put the attic beams in, and the patio fence.
You will need strips of cardboard, a brown felt, glue, and scissors.
Cut the long pieces of wood to fit into the attic space.
Draw wood effect on your cardboard strips. Position them into the roof peak.
The attic is ready for treasures. For the patio fence, cut strips of cardboard. Place them securely around your patio.
Don't fall off.
Here in the Art Zone, we are committed to treating Mother Earth in a respectful and gentle way. That's why we use all recycled materials when we're making art. We want to keep the earth in a good way because we all need clean air and water. A clean earth is important for healthy living, for all beings. So do your best and see what you can do for Mother Earth. Let's all take care of her. Art is seen all around us, everywhere we look, from painting, beadwork, film, basket weaving, and animation. Today in the Art Zone, we have a wonderful guest to share with us about their art. Hello, Carrie Ann. Welcome to Art Zone.
Hey, Bronson.
So I heard you're an actor.
Yeah, I am.
So when did you start acting?
I started about 7 years ago. I spent 2 years in theater school.
2 years in theater school. What was your first job that you got?
My first job was a play with a bunch of women from school, and the acting teacher directed it. And it was done in homes, so people were right up in front of us, like they were sitting on couches and they were right in our faces. So it was interesting.
Did you get any other acting jobs after that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've done other theater, a lot of other theater, and then some film, independent film, and now I'm working on my own one-woman show.
One-woman show?
Yeah. I got a grant to develop it into a 45-minute piece. It's about my grandmother and my Métis heritage.
So what's your advice if somebody wanted to get into acting?
I'd say definitely take a class, and if they're really serious, to go to theater school. That's where you get the most training, good solid foundation.
So what's it like to be an Aboriginal performer in the Aboriginal community?
It's great. I think that they're really supportive. There's a great network for also being able to get work, like networking, and just everybody telling their stories. Yeah.
What's the best thing about acting?
What's the best thing? Getting to play other characters.
Getting to play different characters instead of just one, eh?
Well, or instead of playing myself. So getting to be a brat, or getting to be, I don't know, the heavy.
Tough guy.
Tough guy. It's fun. It's freedom. I feel like a lot of freedom through it, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Thanks for coming and visiting us. It was great to hear about your experience as an actor.
Thanks, Bronson. It was good to be here.
Thanks to all of you for joining me today in the Art Zone. Life is good. It's all good. Art and craft making and being respectful to the natural world. See you again soon, and remember, use your imagination and have fun. Peace.
Take a look around and what do you see? Many materials for creativity. Now you're in the zone, ready to hone your skills in the art zone. The zone. Don't be part of the throwaway crowd. Please reuse for crying out loud. Look at that stuff. Now what do you see? Awesome art or something crafty. What can I make? How long will it take? Now you're in the art zone. The art zone. The zone. The zone. The zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone. Art zone.